Hey guys, welcome to Foreplay Podcast, a safe space for all things sex. Remember, if you're ready for sex, you're ready to talk about it. All right, welcome back to Foreplay Podcast, everybody. Today is going to be a spicy one. We're going to talk about threesomes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. All right, but first, before we get into the ooey gooey, what the fuck is up? What's new?
What's new? What the fuck is up?
What is up?
Not a whole lot.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I don't know. What about you guys? Shit.
I have
Gotta get a little rasp.
Okay.
Maddie, tell
Okay,
us.
we'll go more into detail about it like later.
Okay.
But I talked to my partner about having like a poly relationship today, so we'll get into that more later.
Yeah, that's fucking
So.
hot.
Yeah, that's a new development.
Oh my god, that's so
Nice.
exciting.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because now that I'm like exploring more of an open relationship and stuff like that, it's not something that I would have wanted at one time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if later on is what I'll want.
It could change.
It totally, and we kind of talked about this on our last episode too,
Yeah.
about it just kind of flowing and having a partner that respects that flow.
Pause.
Yeah.
Fluidity. You're literally saying it, and that's the biggest thing that people don't realize. But go on.
Yeah.
Totally, right? Like totally, and it's not in one. You don't have to be in one box in your relationship the whole
Change
time.
on a daily basis.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's even like after our podcast, I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, in my last relationship, I don't think that would have served very well. And in like exploring more, I don't know if that's what I want later on. But it's definitely something that I want to explore now. So I totally have a complete respect for both. And I think on our last episode, we really talked about poly, because that's kind of where we all are right now, is like we want to explore that. So I think it's important for listeners to be like, who don't want that in a relationship, to know that that's totally respectable. That is like, whatever you have with your partner is perfect.
Yeah.
And especially what we were saying on our last episode, is just that, to have that open communication, that's what's key. And to have both parties respecting what each other wants and being able to have a safe space for that conversation, and that's what it's about.
Yeah. Like it literally does not matter if you do missionary for the rest of your life, or you don't even have sex with your partner.
Yeah.
That's a totally valid, real, like could be very strong, intimate relationship that has nothing to do with being like I don't know, like on the wild side of the sexual scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that isn't the only option. That is not the only way to live or truly, like, experience life. Like, it could just be devotion and, like, monogamy is valid for a lot of people.
Yeah, and monogamy is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
And poly is perfect. It just really, it depends. But let's jump into non-monogamy.
Yeah.
And, not necessarily, but threesomes in specific.
And just like, what is this voice you're
This
speaking
voice
with?
today is
Welcome to Foreplay Podcast. I want to talk about what we kind of talked about earlier, and I think there's no one better to bring this in other than G. Just really, really quick.
okay.
Because it's kind of like about the freedom to explore, and like whether that's a short term or long term, and like the fact that it is always valid.
Crazy. Wow, I'm just gonna like take the lead here, guys. I just like feel like it's just that episode. But I feel like since we're talking about this, I think this segues right into open-mindedness on threesomes.
Yes.
Okay, let's fucking dive in. 'Cause I'm ready. So, because we don't have to have, I'm bi, I'm gay, I'm whatever. If you're in a relationship with a guy or a girl and you want to have sex with someone else, how do you begin? What is our guide here, guys?
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Am I starting this?
Okay, well maybe should we do single people first or should we do relationship first?
Because I feel like there are a couple different ways you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do going into a monogamous relationship and opening it up.
Yep.
You can do setting boundaries when you start a relationship, that it is open, and how to like gauge how that's gonna go. And you can do, I don't know, maybe like finding a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like whether you want to become their third or if it's just that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like entering that already
Entering it,
established
okay.
relationship. So there's
Got it.
I think there's 3 ways to go about it.
Okay. And I think everyone has an experience.
Yeah, I
with-
really do. So
Wow. Okay, well, let's just start with you, Jada. I feel like we're ready.
Okay,
So tell us
so-
your A to B story.
A to B story. I was in a relationship and it was very, very monogamous. And I'm the person that in that relationship, like dancing with a stranger wasn't okay.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and I never saw a problem with it, but I also didn't see a problem with respecting my partner's values. It's not like they were controlling or anything. It's not like it was like a rule, like they were, did you dance with anyone tonight? They trusted
Yeah.
me, absolutely. But I knew if someone wanted to dance with me and I would want to dance with them, I would probably turn them down.
Yeah.
So that longing that I had to be flirtatious, because I'm a very flirty person, I'm like, oh, let me suck your dick.
Yeah.
And be like, what? You thought I was into you? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
No, like, I'm bad like that. But going from that and getting all that longing for that connection just with people, that like fun and fleeting connection, and going into the relationship I have now, I was not ready to be with somebody at all. I was not. But I also craved that, again, that like long-term connection. So we started going out. I fucking chased this man down. Chased him down. Showed up to work unannounced. Hi, oh my God, what are you doing after? You know, like fucking gross. And it was wonderful. And then all of a sudden I woke up and I was like, what did I do? Not that I wasn't getting everything that I needed, but I was like, there's more. There's really more. And it's stuff like this that reminds me. You know what I mean? That I don't have to fall into a pattern.
Yeah.
So I started talking to my partner and being like, ha ha ha, I'm going to fuck this person. And they're like, ha ha ha, go for it. And I was like, yeah. I was like, you don't know what you just did. So it was just like a light conversation, never too much detail, like never just like, okay, this is gonna happen right now.
Yeah.
But eventually, after like mentioning it enough times and like just like theorizing it, haha, like wouldn't that be fun? I actually sat down and I was like, hey, I actually want to fuck this person.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you feel? I don't know, I think it's okay. And I was like, okay. So first step is just like, don't make it like, I don't know. I would suggest like talking about it as if it's expected, you know? And that's kind of what I did with joking. So it's just like the way that I always joke, and I'm like, haha, gender isn't real. So when we actually have that conversation, it's not like the first time you're hearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but mentioned it casually and then actually sat down, gauged how they felt, talked about it, and then just was like, okay, thanks for sharing. And then a couple of weeks later, had that conversation again. I was like, okay, I think I'm really going to do this.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
And again, I think that wording is super important. It's important to value what your partner wants. And I'm so thankful for the person that I'm with because they are really understanding and willing to like grow with me. And that's what I need right now. Is not somebody who just needs me to be who they need. They just want to see who I'm going to become, and I want to see who they're going to become. And that's fucking beautiful. But had that conversation again. It was like, okay, this is really going to happen. Like, how do you feel? Where are you going to be? Because I'm bringing them over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you actually feel? And touch base and, like, went over boundaries. Like, okay, so what if this happened? What if this happened? Would you want this to happen? How, you know, like, how are you emotionally? Like, what may threaten you at this point in time? Even though you're willing to explore this with me, what are your big no's at the moment? Just so we can get the wheels turning. And then it happened. Fuck this person. Now we're all having sex. I have 2 partners. It's crazy. Wow. And now it's kind of transitioned to, look, this person that we're both seeing right now. I spoke to both of them about this. They're both fucking hilarious. Because I think they think I just orchestrate everything, but it's just like, it's just how my brain works. But I was like, look, like, if this person that we're both seeing, if it had to be black and white, not that it does, because we're just experiencing this willy-nilly. If it had to be black and white, this is kind of you having a serious partner. You know, like I'm super into this person, and they're great company, and like it checks all of the boxes, but I just don't have that connection that they do. So I'm like, consider the emotional connection on top of the physical connection, and ask yourself, has it affected us? And the answer was no. So I was like, So just keep that in the back of your head when you consider those things that we talked about many, many months ago that threaten you or that make you feel a little bit small or that, you know, like you were hesitant about.
Yeah.
Just apply that logic a little bit and let me know if you feel differently.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing is like not to pressure them, but to like really like put it into context.
Wow.
And then have that conversation again and okay, like, so how would you feel considering the fact that we know that this hasn't, you know, you feel safe, I feel safe, and we're doing this together. So what if I did that?
Yeah, and you didn't bring it up as like an ultimatum.
No.
That's important.
Of course, because that's the thing, and I did every step of the way let my partner know if I had to choose, it's you. I don't want to choose though, and just plain and simple, asking for what you want and just having it be a conversation. Being like, hey, one thing I had to learn was, hey, are you in the space to talk about this right now? Consent is always necessary.
Yeah.
But just being like, you know what, like if I had to choose, it would be you. I want you to know that. But I don't want to choose right now. I want both. You make me so fucking happy, and I'm like so happy with everything that we have. I don't need more. I want more.
Yeah.
But I also kind of need more.
Yeah.
You know, like just to put it simply, I don't know, that wasn't simple at all, but yeah, don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Calm and collected. I'm really lucky to have somebody who, and finally when the question was a yes for like me to start being able to like see other people, if I wanted to, it's primarily sex, not like emotional connection. We kind of set some ground rules, so like I wouldn't like see somebody that I've slept with before, and like preferably like not somebody that I'm already super super close with, because it's like
Emotional.
That possibility for more of an emotional connection, and that's what is still making him a little bit, if there had to be something that was uncomfortable about it, it would be that. But I asked and I touched base because I was like, I've had a conversation with somebody who was like, you know what, the only reason they would ever say yes is because they're afraid of losing you.
Yeah.
And that sucks, because wanting it all doesn't like make you a bully. You know, like, and I feel like I'm high energy and persuasive and whatever, and like the serious relationships I have had, I like nice boys, and nice boys will do a lot of things for you, and I don't want to take advantage of somebody, you know what I mean? So I looked him in the eyes and I was like, so are you doing this out of fear? Or are you doing this because you're afraid to lose me? Or are you doing this because, you know, like you want to be here and see me grow? And he's like, of course, like, he's like, I don't want to lose you, but I'm not doing it out of fear. It's like, of course I don't want to lose you, but I want to make you happy. You know what I mean? Like I want, and I'm like secure in what we have, and you know what I mean? So that was the final ticket. You know what I mean? Touching base and like, wow, like this is something that we're okay with now. And we'll like see how it goes from here. And I think it'll go wonderfully, but yeah.
Wow.
I love what you said about you're the person that you're seeing. I'm trying not to say his name.
I know, but we love him. We really do. He makes me so happy.
He doesn't want to see you exactly what he needs. He just wants to see you grow into whatever you become.
Yeah.
And that's so important. It's just like a partner that just wants to see who you become.
Yeah.
Who just support, and I had that. And it's like how that is a healthy ass relationship.
Just like snaps for him,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we really love him.
Yeah, and just like being able to see your partner and respect all the growth that you're, whatever, even if it makes you a little bit uncomfortable, even if you have to have more uncomfortable conversations more often, but being able to like see your partner grow in all the ways that they want and still have that like connection, that is so beautiful.
And I think I have like two things to kind of end my journey off with. Is I get the question, but would you be okay if it was him? Yeah. Absolutely. I constantly encourage him to have solo sex with the person that we're having sex with together. And like I guess that label's kind of like shifted, but again, we don't need them. With like this like other partner. And they like did, and then I heard them fucking, and then I was like, you need a hand? You know what I mean? But like, you know, like that's something I'm fully on board with. And you know, obviously jealousy is totally normal. And there was a moment where I was kind of like processing the fact that they have such a like connection, and I was like, whoa, oh, but you talk about it and you process it and that's done.
Yeah.
You know, like you get jealous in every relationship.
Totally.
You know,
You really do.
it's
Even
And
like
it's healthy.
friendships.
yeah,
Yeah.
you took that bitch on a trip. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's normal. So that's really it. It's
Wow.
beautiful.
It is.
And healthy.
Yeah,
Yes.
Really
so
healthy.
fucking healthy and exciting.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow.
Good for you guys.
thanks. If I don't fucking put a ring on his finger, I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, so enough about me, but I think you're next, Maddie.
Okay, so mine's a little bit different than yours. So I'm married, and you can have any type of relationship with your partner when you're married. That's not what I'm saying, but just for context. So we had already been married for about a year, and we just kind of started talking about maybe introducing a third person in the bedroom, not so much emotional connection, just kind of like seeing how that would go. And he was like, sure, if you want to find someone you want to have sex with, and I can find someone I want to have sex with, and then we'll see how it goes. So I was like, cool, sounds good. So we both downloaded Tinder. Fuck Tinder, first of all. So I didn't really have any luck with finding like a guy, but he had found this one girl, and whatever, they had been talking, and then she messaged me on Instagram, and it kind of just went from there. And yeah, then we had her over. I'll go into the story after because it's a long one. But yeah, it wasn't so much we already knew the person or anything like that. It was more like us coming together to make the decision and then going up to like find someone.
Yeah.
I know personally for our relationship, we could never do an open relationship. So that's where we're like a little bit different. But recently we have talked about adding a third person, but like emotionally. And it's just kind of been talking about it, nothing serious. But when we were talking about it the last time we filmed, it got me thinking. I was like, I've never really actually asked him if he ever wanted something like that. So today we were just driving around and I was like, hey, this got me thinking. I've never like asked you about this. What do you think? And we talked and we were like, okay, I think I'm too insecure to have an open relationship. He's like, well, I'm too insecure to have an open relationship. I'm like, I'm glad we know that about each other. And then I was like, well, what about having like a significant other, like that was both of our significant other? And he was like, yeah, we could do that. And I was like, okay. I don't think we're in the right spot right now, but it was good to like touch base on. So yeah, nothing too crazy or
Like, just to know that like no matter what, like you're down to like grow together, you know?
Exactly.
It's fucking beautiful.
I know he's my person. He's always going to be my person. So
But what if you had two people?
I know. That's why I'm like, what if that's like something where the two of us are missing out on? Like, what if that's the missing puzzle piece?
Yeah,
you know?
like what if there was someone else that made you just as happy? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, whoa.
And you could
Whoa.
even, and I could have two hands to hold.
Like, it's just like love is like something there's an abundance of.
I want to be a little spoon on both sides. That's what I dream about it.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
It all starts with a conversation.
It does. It
Even when
really
you're married.
does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that doesn't define you guys that you're married. It's just like a piece of who you are.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So especially for people who are married and they're like, oh, I don't know if I should talk to him or talk to her about this. Fucking do it. They might surprise you.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Wow.
I'm excited to hear about the exploration.
Yeah.
will
Right?
happen.
Keep us updated. Whoa.
And
have
even,
questions
like,
later too.
You tried and maybe it's not for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's it.
Which is
Like,
fluidity. Things can change.
yeah, and like
Yes.
maybe you'll be looking for somebody, go on dates with them and whatever, and like the vibes aren't necessarily there. There was I heard a story from a friend, and actually no, it's my other partner. Whoa. And she was on Tinder, and this person, you know, like they matched, and then this other person they matched, and it turns out the two people were a couple. So like given that, it just like they were like, hey, like you wanna
come hang out with you, you know?
Yeah.
And I wonder if like that's something you guys could do, or like if you're just gonna like stumble into somebody and like be like, whoa,
Who knows?
yeah, like
Who
whoa.
knows? There's like so many possibilities.
Yeah, it's so like the opportunity to connect, and like I feel like that's like so huge for me, you know? Like
Exactly.
so
And you know what was great? Because the only concern that I would ever have with like a polyamorous relationship is if one partner is like not really feeling the person anymore, but the other partner's like, no, I'm in love with them. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, what the fuck do we do now?
yeah.
So I brought that up to him, and he was like, no, the primary relationship always comes first.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we will always have a conversation about that first. And I was
Yeah.
like, do you want me to like suck your dick right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Right? So yeah, it was a good conversation.
Wow, that's like
That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
We love boundaries set at the beginning.
I know.
Yeah.
Necessary.
Speaking of, let's
Segue.
walk through what that looks like for you.
Just about everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I haven't had a threesome. I am 150% open to it. Honestly, I'm more open to an orgy, which we
Yeah,
can
that's
have
all
a whole
that
other
for you.
podcast about that later. But I feel if it comes to like a relationship, I am totally also open to an open relationship. I asked my last partner, but this was a mistake. This was at the very end of our relationship when shit was just at the gutter, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we can just like maybe switch to like an open relationship. And they were so against it. Like they were like, no fucking way. Like it's you and me. And I'm just like, whoa.
You're like, it's not you and me.
Yeah.
And I,
Peace out.
instead of saying an open relationship, I should have just said, I'm leaving you.
Yes.
That's what I want.
But with the person that I'm seeing now, we've had so many conversations just about like what we want in our lives and just everything, relationships. And like I had a conversation with him about like if we would have a threesome, and like that's totally on the table, except he doesn't want to have a three-way relationship. That just
Like a
polyamory.
poly,
Yeah, he just doesn't think that's the way it is. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm open to it for sure, but I'm fine if that person doesn't want that. At least we've like had that conversation. But the main conversation we did have was about open relationship, and what that looks like for us is that we see each other, we're like primary with each other, but if we have an experience somewhere else, like let's say we go on a trip and we meet somebody and we have sex, it's totally cool. And
Yeah.
then we just like go back to each other, and that's like fun.
Yeah.
Not threesome related, but still like
Sexual opportunities.
yeah, exactly.
I love
yeah, exactly. So I think
That's
we're on the same
that's great
page.
that you had that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So at least we both know exactly what we want, and yeah, that's like exactly what I would want. I just feel like I've always been that person of like I've like not that I've like cheated, but I've been in a relationship and I see opportunities, but I didn't like pursue them, but I
Yeah.
have wanted to.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
And it, yeah, sorry, you look like you were gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say, so like, especially for someone who's wanting to have these conversations, thinking about it, I think the biggest thing that we're getting at is you want your primary partner, whoever that is that you're bringing it up to, make them feel safe,
Yes.
make them feel loved, come with a place of understanding.
Yeah.
Don't make them feel threatened. Don't give them an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It literally all just comes down to a place of love, a
Yeah.
place of self-exploration,
yeah.
letting them understand where
Yeah.
you're coming from.
Yeah.
And like, because even with my last partner, like having that conversation of like, whoa, I really want to sleep with this person.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? And them reciprocating that and be like, I want that for you. I
Yeah.
want you to experience that.
That's amazing.
And like, I know this, like, he was fucking so perfect.
Yeah.
And it
like turn him on, to
literally,
be honest.
Yeah.
We love that.
but yeah, just coming from a very, very safe place
Yeah.
with you and your partner. And it's just like, it's you and me, babe. Let's explore this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if we're exploring separately, let's talk about it. Let's explore it together. You're my primary. I love you. Let's get fucked.
Yeah. And like another thing, because you're like, no ultimatum, but it makes you realize, okay, how bad do I want this? Do I want this badly enough to realize that the person that I'm with, maybe we don't want the same things and we're not on the same page?
Yes.
Or is this something that I can sacrifice for the sake of my partner? That's important to recognize. You know what I mean?
And also to respect okay, this is something that I want. I have to be okay with that person than seeing someone else.
Yes.
Like, I mean, maybe if that's your agreement that only you see someone else,
Yeah.
But in reality,
That always
if
triggers me as very sideways. Unless a person doesn't want to see other
Mhm.
people.
Exactly.
Not that, you know, it's like, okay, I'll let you see other people, but I only want you. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if you're like, you know what, I'm just not interested in seeing other people, but fucking go ham.
yeah, but
Yeah.
and like bringing that up, you have to be okay and you have to be secure enough. If you want to experience that, you gotta be able to let your partner experience that too.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other internal battle that you have to process
Yeah.
and that you guys have to process together.
Yeah. Read The Ethical Slut. I still haven't read it, but my friend has it. I whatever, right? Yes.
I think that's the biggest struggle maybe with open relationships and polyamory is when you talk to your partner and they go, no, I don't want that, you really have to go, okay, do I want this so bad that I can't stay with this person?
That's what I'm saying.
You know? And I feel like that is a huge struggle for many, many people.
Yeah, well, it's like
Yeah.
you realize, like, once you start kind of dipping your toes into things that interest you
There's no
without
going
the
back.
fear of, like, what people think of you, you're like, oh, like, I really can have my cake and eat it too.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so having to face those hard questions will, like, really kind of shape the way you enter relationships from there forward.
Yeah.
But I think they're important. Like, I think that was a huge reason why, you know, like, my ex and I probably would have never worked out, because it just, like, their idea of what was okay and my idea of what was okay were totally different. I'm just, like, fueled by sexuality.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have sex appeal. You guys have to answer that for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's a huge part of who I am. So not to be able to, or to have to stifle that for the sanity of my partner, who I did care about a lot, was like, it was like stifling my growth, you know?
Yeah.
And like also not having to just gas their ego
Yeah.
for sacrificing what you want for their ego. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's like, are you pacifying them? Or are you feeding them an idea of somebody that you're not? You know what I mean? Are you supporting them, or are you lying to them?
That maybe you don't even know you do truly want to become.
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, I really don't want to have this conversation to make the decision to leave you.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll go with
Yeah,
that.
so I guess I'll deal with it until it's bad enough, until I have a reason to leave.
I guess I'll stick with the men.
Yeah.
The men.
Again. Oh my
Stick with
gosh.
the men. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not. And it kind of goes back to the, you know, they're only saying yes because they don't want to lose you. So it's important to have multiple conversations. Even when I got a yes about, you know, whatever circumstances of which it was okay with me to sleep with other people, I checked in like 4 more times at least before feeling personally secure that they really meant yes. And not that I have to chase this person's feelings, like he really, really says what he feels.
Yeah.
But to actually like process it, give him time to process, give me time to process, like follow it through. It's not a one and done thing.
No, and
Even
you'll
while-
continue to check in.
Yes, even
when
while
you
it's
have other
happening.
partners.
It's a continuous thing. We constantly check in, and that's crazy.
Super important.
Yeah. How freeing, I have a question for you, G. How freeing was it to be able to go from that previous relationship where you tried as like a last leg to entering something and being like, holy shit, you want the same thing?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I've grown a lot from it for sure too. But I also think I had to do a check-in on myself of like what my intention was behind it as well. Because I think my intention going into the last relationship being like, oh my god, let's try an open relationship or a threesome or something was because I wasn't getting my needs met.
Yeah.
But I wasn't getting them not met just sexually. It was like emotionally, relationship, like the whole thing. So it was like, realistically, I just wanted someone else.
Yeah.
I didn't want someone else with them. I just wanted someone else. So
Yeah.
I think maybe if that's in your situation, you probably just shouldn't be in that relationship anymore if you're wanting a threesome for that other person.
Yeah.
But now that I know what type of relationship that I want to have, it's so much easier to go into something, talking to someone, being like, yeah, I would like to explore other people, but like with you, because I like you a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's really cool.
That is perfect that you said that, because it reminded me of that other point that I was going to end you guys off with my long story, and then we'll get to yours. I'm so sorry. But people are like, oh, I like, you're talking about how you couldn't handle an open relationship, Maddie, because your words were insecure. I think it's just a preference, and that's totally okay. But people are
No,
like,
I'm insecure.
people are like, how do you trust them? How do you know what I mean? Like, how do you trust that it's not slipping, or that you're not losing them, or whatever?
They're
And like,
choosing the other person over you.
yeah, and it's like, for me, it's like, holy shit, doesn't matter what kind of action we can get, what kind of promises we can get. Someone can take us on trips around the world, fuck us in the Eiffel Tower, we don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, I'm coming home to you.
Exactly.
And that is so hot.
Yes.
Like, so fucking hot. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm smiling, like, goddamn. Like, just knowing that you could have anyone you wanted.
Yeah.
And you want me. And you're getting everything you want.
Yeah.
And you still want me.
Yeah.
And that's fucking sexy.
Oh,
yeah,
that is
You
sexy.
know? Like, it's
That
just like,
is.
and it's just like a choice. Like, every single day it's a choice. And I don't know, like, you really, Emily, inspired me. I realize, again, we don't introduce ourselves and we don't say names when we refer to somebody. So sorry if you're listening. You, Emily, really inspired me in your previous relationship, because there was a point where you and your partner kind of looked at each other and were like, every moment we spend together is going to be special. And I've kind of like taken that with me as an example of how I want to be in my relationships, because you'd see each other and, you know, be meeting at, you know, my ex's house or whatever to hang out, and everything would stop and you guys would check in with each other. How was your day? Kisses and hugs and love. And like, I want to feel like that, you know, like I want that. You're doing whatever you want with your whole entire day. I'm doing whatever I want with my whole entire day. And then we see each other and then it's fucking us. You know? Oh, yeah, sexual. But anyways, that's my heart wide open.
I love it.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna get into the ooey gooey, sticky icky, dirty, nasty center of it all.
Yeah, baby.
So we're gonna be talking about the dirty, nasty threesomes that a few of us have had.
Very nasty.
And that led to one of us ending in a hospital.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't know how to orgasm.
Okay, well, Maddie, I just want you to take it away, because you by far have the most legendary threesome story that I want to just take from you and tell future children about, you know?
And I want you to tell it in the way that it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just no details.
Left
Just all,
out.
everything.
Tell it as you remember it.
Dick on the table.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember a lot of it, but I'll tell you how other people have told me.
I
I'm
want
ready.
to feel like I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get my
filming, like,
pussy
3D
wet.
glasses on.
Yeah.
Ready to
Got
go.
Okay, like our eyes are closed. Explain it in detail. What were you wearing? What were you drinking?
Yes.
What were you wearing?
Oh, okay. We gotta get there.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
whole-
Take it away.
Once
Get
again,
me
A to
there.
B.
Yes.
Start at A.
It's a long story, so just like take your seatbelt, arms and legs in.
Grab a snack.
Grab a snack, because this is gonna be a long one.
I'm ready.
Okay. So again, my partner and I, we were gonna have a threesome.
Yep.
My partner had found someone. We had started talking on Instagram. We had decided on a date.
Okay.
So
Save the date.
save the date. So my partner and I were just chilling at home. It was it was a weeknight. I don't know why. It was like fucking Wednesday. Who does this on a Wednesday?
Time isn't real, my friend.
I know, but I had to work early the next day. So my partner and I were just chilling at home, and we were like waiting for her to get there, because she was gonna Uber, because we were gonna have a few drinks.
Okay.
And then my partner went to go get us pizza, and she showed up while he was gone. So it was just her and I.
It's kind of hot.
And I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, just scared as dick. So scared.
Okay.
But before she shows up, I, like, sent her a picture of my outfit.
Oh,
But it was
it
like a
was-
schoolgirl
It was
outfit.
hot as fuck. Your legs looked amazing.
But
Okay.
I added fishnets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah, so, like, all done up.
You're
The
getting your
whole nine.
sexing on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like push-up bra, nice underwear, like everything.
Yes.
And she, I don't know why, she had the same idea. Schoolgirl skirt,
Oh.
fishnets. It was like
What a fantasy.
Daddy's
know.
little girls.
I know,
Yeah.
it was weird. And she literally told me she was gonna call my partner like daddy, and he was gonna like make us do all this stuff, because we were like texting on Instagram. And I'm like at work like, girl, like you can't do this. So anyways, she shows up. My dog freaking the fuck out, goes straight to her vagina.
Ew.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're both wearing fishnets. Gary, fuck off! He's like tearing them.
Yeah.
This is not the start of a good night.
Oh no.
Anyways,
So we're talking. We're just sitting on my living room couch, like literally like side by side, but like this.
That's like me. I'll get into that later.
Oh
Just
no.
like, like whatever, just like talking.
Like
Like barely making eye contact. We were
Yeah.
so nervous.
Oh no.
So my partner gets home. We eat some pizza, and then we decide we're gonna play some drinking games.
Yep.
This is where the night.
Banana.
So we start drinking. We were playing Never Have I Ever, but the drinking version, because I have a drinking board game of Never Have I Ever.
Never have I ever been busy before.
So anyways, I'm pounding them back
Yeah.
because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
You know?
Just women.
They're just so intimidating and beautiful, and you just
Yeah.
never had been with a woman before. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just loosen up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Pounding back. And you
We're
know-
getting loose.
Yes, but you guys know me. Alcohol doesn't hit me with each drink. It hits me all at once.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like kind of drunk, but I wasn't like blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Now from this point of the story on, I'm telling you from another person's perspective.
Oh.
Okay.
She got blackout.
Yeah.
Lights out, baby.
We were sitting in my game room.
Okay.
It was
Partner?
her, me.
Okay.
So we're sitting next to each other. And she kept like putting her arms on my legs, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I've been flirting for years. Like, what do you want?
You just let them do it, and you're like, yeah, Mario's so fun. And you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Starts crying.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she was like touching my leg, touching his leg. 'Cause she was in the middle of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Good
just
for
like
her.
Just,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The confidence she exuded, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Bro, just wait.
Yes.
So anyways, so yeah, we're drinking. That happened. She goes up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not telling the story at this point. My partner told me that she came back to the bathroom. She sat on the sofa. I looked at her and I jumped on her. In my drunken stupor, I literally just went, woo! Just latched onto her and we start making out.
Okay.
Like aggressively. Just
Yeah.
her and I.
Damn.
And my partner's
wow.
just sitting there like, what the fuck? He's like, are you sure are you? And I'm like, oh. So we're making out at this point. Like, aggressive.
Yeah.
And apparently I took it to the floor of
Whoa.
the game room. So we're on the floor and we're making out.
Yes,
and
Maddie.
literally ripping clothes off.
Oh.
And then her and I start having sex without my partner.
Yeah,
He's
been there.
literally just watching.
Wow.
And we're just going at it, like,
Okay.
aggressively.
Okay.
And then I apparently, I don't know who this bitch was. It wasn't me. I was like, ride him right now. Like, get on his fucking dick. Like, who am I?
Oh,
Who am I?
Okay, so you're a top with women.
Yeah.
So she gets on top. She's riding him. We were maybe making out. I don't know. Again, it's fuzzy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that happens. And then we transition to the bedroom. Because we're like, obviously, we're not going to keep playing our games now.
Yeah. It's like when the ruse has been broken. Like
Yeah.
the other week, I was like, "Come on, let's go have sex." Let's go.
No more bullshit.
Yeah.
Just, let's go. So, yeah, we go to the bedroom. You don't know my dog. He wants to get in. He
Okay.
wants to join.
Yeah.
You have to
Force
put him.
him.
You have to put him somewhere else.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, we take it to the bedroom, and I'm very, very, very intoxicated. Like, very. And I'll get into that because it plays a little fun part later. So, whatever. We're all having sex, and I'm riding her face.
Okay.
Now, let me paint you guys a picture.
Okay.
At the end of my bed, there is a long, tall wardrobe. It's maybe this far above the bed. So
For
not
those
by
who are listening, but a foot above the bed.
yeah, like a footish above where like your feet would be. So it'd be like your foot and then another foot.
Okay.
So it's not like a lot, but you could definitely hurt yourself.
Aw.
So anyways, her head is like pretty much right against this wardrobe. I think. That's what I'm picturing. Anyways, so she's eating me out and I orgasm so hard that I fall. And when I fall, I hit my head on the wardrobe.
Oh.
God.
Now, I'm drunk. So I'm like going like this. I'm like, guys, like it doesn't feel very good. And they're like, shut the fuck up. Like, stop. Like, you're fine. And then they see me take my hand away, and it's covered in blood.
Oh, God.
And they're all like, for fuck's sakes, Maddie. Like, why can't we just have one damn night? I'm like, I know, I'm a mess. Anyways, so they're like assessing. There's a huge gouge in the back of my head.
Oh, God.
I cock-blocked myself. Anyways. Then I start projectile puking everywhere as I'm bleeding.
Instant concussion.
So there's blood and there's puke. And I'm crying and I'm naked. There's sex toys everywhere.
Naked and afraid.
The dog is barking. It's chaos. It's pure chaos.
This fucking girl is probably like, get me the fuck out of here.
This is not what I signed up for.
She's like, why didn't I drive?
Yeah. Holy shit.
But she was very nice, and we'll get into that.
Okay.
So anyways, I have diabetes. Hi. We all know this by now. But when you're really intoxicated, when you have diabetes, it's very risky. So they call 911 because they were like, is she dying? What's happening?
Yeah.
So the paramedics come. It's a mess. Again, they threw some random shirt on me. Sex toys everywhere. Puke everywhere. Blood everywhere. And the paramedics are like,
You're like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
you know it's like 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, right? Yeah. So they clear me. They're like, she's not dying. You probably should go get that stitched up. If one of you can drive, you don't need us.
Yeah.
So they left.
They left and you guys are obviously intoxicated.
We
just put that out there.
Yeah.
My partner, he wasn't drinking like we were because he doesn't like to drink. So he was already sober enough where he could drive.
Yeah.
I bet he just didn't want whiskey dick.
Probably.
I gotta perform later.
Pops 2 Viagra.
Yeah.
One for each of us.
Yeah.
So we get in the car. They throw some random outfit on, and we get to the hospital.
You're still crying.
I'm still crying. I'm still drunk as shit. I'm scaring the nurses because I'm screaming and I'm crying. And the nurses are like, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
And this is kind of where I start to get my memory back. So we're sitting in the waiting room, like literally about to go into the little stall to like get stitched up. Like not the main emerge waiting room, but like the next waiting room.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So we're just sitting there, the three of us. The girl's taking pictures of me crying with my partner. Like, not in a mean way. She's like, smile. And I'm like, I like a mess.
Can I see that picture?
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
Can we post that picture?
Thumbnail of the video.
Yeah, literally.
I look a mess. It was winter, so I have some random jacket on. My hair's literally like this. There's blood in part of it. Mascara.
Yeah, everywhere.
Still red from crying. Random clothes. I think I may had boots on. Like, I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
And then there's my partner. He's sitting beside me. Like, you can tell he hates his life right now.
Yeah.
And then you can see the woman behind us who would rather be dead than be in this room with me. Because I'm crying. And
There's an emotional bond now.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious to me that the girl came with you to the hospital.
And that's not it. Like, there's so much more to this story. We're only
let's
half
hear it.
done.
Oh my goodness.
So we get in, and the nurse, again, I'm drunk. I'm very drunk.
Nice to meet you, drunk. I'm Dad.
Yeah, exactly. And the nurse is like, we're going to have to stitch you up. And I'm like, you're not going to cut my hair, right? She's like, no, we're not going to cut your hair. And I'm like crying. And then she's like, how much have you had to drink? And whatever, my partner and the girls like tells her roughly. They're like, okay, well, you have diabetes. We're going to have to run some blood. And we're going to have to give you an IV. And the second I hear IV, I'm like, fuck that. It's like, I don't want an IV. It hurts so bad. You guys are going to hurt me. You're going to stick a needle in me. I don't want it. Like, I'm freaking the fuck
I would literally
out.
boink you and be like, good night.
Yeah.
So then the nurse is like, you're gonna be fine. And then I kind of start to sober up because they had to give me a drip.
Yeah.
Because I had alcohol poisoning. I did.
Yeah.
I
Technically,
did.
That's what
anytime
I
you
had.
throw up from alcohol is alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. To kind of give you a picture, you're supposed to be at like 5 or like 0.5, something like that.
4.
I was at a 42.
4. Blood alcohol content?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
4?
No, I meant for what?
Oh, yes.
For blood alcohol
Yes.
content?
So yeah, it was like 0.5. That was like a safe level. I was at a 42.
Wow.
So like
42?
yes, mom again.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
How much do you have to drink to get there?
I drank almost a full 2.6 to myself.
What
That's
the
like that.
fuck? You really loosened up.
Maddie, you're like 10
That's-
pounds.
What the
That's
fuck?
after a baby loose.
Yeah. Okay, like
Hey, guys, I never said I was proud of it, okay?
I don't know if you can consent at that point.
You can.
You jumped on her though.
She liked it.
Yeah. I know. I'm worried about you, not her. She can consent. Like what the fuck?
Clearly I wanted it.
Yeah. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yes, it was a lot. Anyways.
You're gonna really have to reel us in here,
I'm
okay?
surprised you didn't have to get your stomach pumped.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You know, they don't really do that a lot anymore because it's so dangerous.
So it was a
my
42
stomach
blood alcohol. Holy
They should
shit.
have given you a bonk and a pump.
If they bumped her, she wouldn't have woken up.
I already had a bomb.
Yeah, holy
concussion was major.
shit.
They told me I didn't have a concussion.
Were they fucked up?
Maybe. So anyways.
I'm sorry, but Jesus really took the wheel on that one.
He did.
He really
I'm
did.
lightheaded thinking about this.
Listen, I'm not the only one. It's an interesting drunk story.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we'll
Anyways.
get into that. A demon episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
take us home. Take us home.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes. So, okay. So, yeah, they put the IV in. I'm starting to sober up. I'm getting, so they give me the needle for the anesthesia, it was in my head. And they gave me a needle in my head to numb the area.
Boink.
Yeah. They're like, shh, you're gonna
They're like, count to 10.
Yeah.
Chloroforms her.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like massage head pillows where you're like this?
Yeah.
So I was like that, and they're stitching my head up, and I'm holding my partner's hand, and I'm holding the girl's
The
hand.
dream, honestly. That's what you wanted
I
earlier.
know. I know.
Full circle.
So I'm like literally squeezing with their hands. She's
Wow.
like taking fucking videos of them
I would.
stitching my
Oh,
head.
hell yeah.
And they're laughing at me at the comments
That's
I'm
my
making,
story.
like with each
Oh,
other.
absolutely.
So whatever. She finishes my head. I think we had to wait for the drip to be done, and then we go home. And then by the time I'm home, I'm like sober enough. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I'm like waking up. I'm like, whoa.
Guys, I had the craziest dream.
Ow, why does my head hurt so
Oh
bad?
my god.
So we get home.
Jesus, you're an animal.
I'm not done. It
Oh.
gets even better.
Ah.
My partner brings us pizza to help like soak up the rest of the alcohol that we had drank.
Uh-huh.
So we're
That's
eating
a myth.
Yeah, yeah. We're eating pizza, and then we're like, well, because she was gonna go home, she wasn't gonna stay the night,
Yeah.
and she was like, well, I guess I'll just sleep here. It's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had to work, so I text work. I'm like, hey, I slipped on some ice, and it fucked up my blood sugar, so I'm not gonna be in tomorrow.
Good call.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
call.
So that was all good. My partner didn't have to go in. I don't think she had work. So we're all laying in bed, and it was my partner, her, and then me. And we're just sleeping. And then she kind of started like...
Touch
Round 2 was gonna happen.
Yeah, and then we just start making out and having sex again with my stitches in my head.
That's amazing.
So then was the sex better that time?
Okay. It was... I would say it was okay. I don't think I was ready to have a threesome yet. Because now that I was sober, I was like kind of jealous. So like I don't think I was in the
okay.
right mind state. Now that I'm sober. But anyways.
Crazy how that clears things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we had sex the second time, and then the next morning we drove her home. And yeah, my partner and I talked about it, and he was like, so like how do you feel? And I was like, well, I feel fucking hungover and I have stitches in my head, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I was ready for that, like whatever. We just talked about it, like debriefed, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And then the last part of this story, when I went to get my stitches out, all the hospital people remembered me. So they were all looking at me like I fucking killed their dogs when I walked in. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? My partner's like, you know, you were like screaming at them. And I was like, oh, I was? He's like, yeah, at the top of your lungs
Oh my
in the
God.
hospital. And I was like, hey, cool, no doubt. So yeah, that's my story.
Wow.
And then I never heard from her again.
Well, maybe for good reason.
Yeah, I was like, fair enough.
Yeah. So if you're listening, I'm so sorry, and I hate myself to this day.
Oh, but the story on her end?
Yeah,
That's
shit.
sick.
I wish I was her.
Oh,
just
yeah.
that
The
story.
Yeah.
flex of that story
You
is,
got to come. You got food.
Yeah.
You had a crazy story.
Went to the hospital with this crazy couple.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's my only threesome story.
Maybe next time will be a little different.
Yeah, maybe next time we'll
Yeah.
be a little sober. I really, really though identify with the whole like, what the fuck do I do? Like initiating a threesome is so hard.
It's intimidating.
I just, even to this day, I've had like, it's not a big number, but I've had like at least 4 or 5 threesomes, I think, at this point. You know, like it's like a semi-regular occurrence. Like, and she'll like start touching my leg, and I'm like, I want to kiss you, but I don't. And I just sit there all nervous, and I'm like, what do I do? And then finally, like, we'll start making out, or I'll start, like, making out with my partner and, like, whatever. And then it's like, okay, let's go. But it's always at fucking 2:30 in the morning.
It's always
3:30
when you're
in the
like,
morning.
you said this before. If it's not now, it's never.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm tired, but I want to do this.
Yeah.
Let's fuck. So I just need to, like, I
Confidence.
yeah, and beyond that, I just need to like spend more time with this person because I just want like a bit of a more connection. So it's a little bit less like I feel disconnected, kind of, you know, like I feel like they're very comfortable, and I'm still like I can't look them in the eyes. Like it's just like I'm like my body's going no, you know, like so that's something to learn. But
Wow.
Do you feel like you're more ready now for a threesome?
I think yes, but I would approach it differently.
I would hope so.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
okay, that's not what I mean.
Oh, okay,
yes,
okay.
but
Not the alcohol, you mean?
yeah, no. I meant I think I would be more comfortable if I found someone that I connected with and I wanted to pursue than if he did it.
Gotcha.
So it was more like about, no offense to my partner, but it was more about us,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he could come in like when we wanted.
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
and that's something I'm like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
So
Amazing.
It's totally like nerve-wracking.
That's exactly what my mind went to. Let's make a plan for you to initiate a threesome.
I know, okay,
Yes.
because it's
That's on
on the
your mind.
table. It's totally on the table.
Yes.
Last time I was with this couple, it was threesome vibes.
Okay.
I was just like scared. I was so scared. I was so nervous. And then it got to the point where it was like so late. And it was
Wow.
like never. I know, it was like
I'm
now
hearing
or
this again.
never, but it was just like it's not gonna be what I want it to be now.
Yeah.
So I am like, how do I initiate it?
Yeah. So
That's like, can we do a beginner's guide to how to initiate a threesome?
let's
Okay.
fucking unpack this.
Okay. I think if you're okay, I feel like there's multiple scenarios here.
Yeah.
But I think for you as maybe the outsider that's coming into a couple, you have to have confidence with it.
Yes.
You
Do
just
I?
have to, I
Yes.
think. Because they're probably, if not more, nervous than
Yeah.
you are.
You think?
I think
And
so.
they don't want to intimidate you. Like, speaking from experience, I don't want,
Yeah.
like, fucking, I don't want this woman to come in and be like, they're waiting for me. Like, I'm lunch. Like, I'm coming into the cave. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, so,
Like, I think it's like, it can be subtle at first, but
Yeah.
let's say, okay, paint the picture here. You go over to their place. Let's say you guys are getting a little vibey.
Yeah.
touchy.
You're getting close. Get a little closer
Yeah.
each time you do something.
Yeah.
Like if they're touching, you're like, ah, you know, when they touch your leg, and you're like, you're like, okay, but then keep that like slower on the leg.
Yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
just
Like,
keep the
first you
touching.
touch it, and then you touch it, and then you don't let go.
Yeah,
And then
exactly,
you're playing
exactly.
With their hair.
Yes.
And then you're like, wow, you have beautiful.
Yeah, because
necklaces.
it's just like horrifying. As the couple, if that you're doing that to them, it's kind of like the cue of like, oh shit,
Yes.
this is happening.
now we're starting this.
you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
And this has always been magical for me. I think this is really the cure. So, like, this might cut our conversation short, but for the sake of your sex, I'm just going to give it to you. When one of them goes to the bathroom, start kissing the other one.
Okay.
And I would say it would be less
Okay.
intimidating to kiss the girl. Because,
Gender is real.
okay,
But yes,
But just in
I-
case that girl is very like, wait, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
You know, you don't want that
We don't want
situation.
any, like, possessiveness or...
but
Yeah.
let's say I'm just thinking of it in the way that if they don't want a threesome, like maybe you read the vibes wrong, and
Yeah.
you kiss her boyfriend, and she's like, "What the actual
Exactly.
fuck?"
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm coming from. That direction.
Yeah, which I understand. But the vibes are already there because we know this for
Yeah.
a fact because
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you?
I'll explain this because
Okay.
this is perfect if they're listening, which I don't think they are. If they're listening, they can hear this and be
She
like,
wants to fuck.
Shit, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're like, they're literally giving me a massage, both of them. I am like, it's like touch.
Is it like butt
Okay.
massage too?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
He,
Forget what I said.
Were you naked?
I don't think I had a. No, I think I kept my clothes on. She took her. Okay, this makes me sound so bad because the vibes were there.
Yeah.
I just took myself out of it, and now I want to jump back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was tired.
Yeah.
But they were like massaging me with a massage gun
Okay.
in their bed. I'm like,
You were in
Emily.
the bed?
Yeah, we're in the. I'm like,
Jesus. This whole story was something else.
he started massaging me with that fucking gun
Take
on
us
the
from
couch.
A to B. How did you even get there?
Because well, I'm a personal trainer. So they were like, "Oh, look at this massage gun." And she's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
So it's like the vibes.
Yeah.
So they were showing me this massage gun and then it was just kind of kept going. Like they just like massaged my entire body forever because I think that they were kind of like, "You do it. No, you do it.
Yeah.
You do it.
Oh,
no, you
fucking
do it."
been there making
exactly.
eye contact while they're like tying their shoe. You're like, eat your pussy.
Yeah.
Okay, so next time you know, that's where you have to step in.
Okay,
That's
so-
where they lack the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now
Yeah.
I know that I have to initiate it. Which I was just gonna
Yes.
text her and
That's
be like,
your crack that you wiggle your way into.
Exactly.
And because we were talking about threesomes earlier, and they've had threesomes, so
Yeah.
I
they
feel
want
like, I know, and I want it.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
listening, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was thinking just text her and be like, "This is the vibes that I got. Is this cool?
Just
is
be
this
like-
is this reciprocated?"
You gotta do
Should I
something
text?
hotter than that.
I don't
Okay.
know. I think just try again.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
then confidence.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, honestly, for the sake of this is purely for content. Those who judge us.
Yeah.
This is what I'm about to say. For the sake of just making it super spontaneous and having all of that anticipation, do not text her.
Yeah.
Make time to see them, get the vibes going,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
just fucking
Like,
do
And
it.
then just
Show
go
up.
in.
The anticipation will be like,
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Or just like show up
Incredible.
looking so fucking hot.
Yeah.
They just can't resist.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect because they're super, super cool.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
both super hot.
Yeah.
And I can just come in. I can just like do my dance and then go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Spin around on the dick.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Yeah, seriously. Do it.
Wow.
If someone goes to the bathroom, you're just like, whoa. and then kiss them. And then they come out of the bathroom and you're making out and it progresses.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you hear feel a hand on like your thigh or your back or something from the person who's watching.
Yeah.
And then you just like,
Yeah.
you know, it's encouraging. Like, go for
That's
it.
what I did, but I jumped on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also want to go back to the consent thing.
Yeah.
About, because I can already picture it. I'll be like, I think I'll be like, hey, can I kiss you?
Yeah, of course.
Like,
of course.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah. Because
you can still make it sexy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Like
totally.
you're touching their hair and their face and you're like, you're looking at their lips and then you look at their eyes and you're like, can I kiss you?
You could be like,
Yeah.
I really want to kiss you. Would that be
Yeah.
okay?
Be like, you have
Yeah.
like gorgeous lips.
Guys.
Can I kiss you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna kiss right now?
would you like that? Oh my god, okay. Full,
okay.
I just let me
I read
full
fantasy
role
books.
play.
Okay,
So
role play's
for the-
happening.
for
I'm
the-
watching.
Role play.
Popcorn's ready.
Okay.
I gotta get
Someone
it.
goes to the bathroom. They're taking a big old splatty shitter with the poop tips we gave them the other day. They know. They're
I don't want you to hear.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Because
Got it.
they're nervous.
Got
We
it.
make them nervous.
Nervous
I'm like,
gas.
Nervous
Oh my
shits.
god, that was so funny. You have like, you have something on your hair. Wow. You have a gorgeous smile.
Do you feel like you're interrupting something?
Can I kiss you?
Yeah, baby.
We'll just go.
That was for you, Mom. Yeah. Oh my
Yes.
god. Just
Okay.
be confident.
Yes,
smile.
confidence. I think that's the biggest thing.
Sexiest thing is like a playful smile. I think.
Yes.
Now that I like have, yeah, I'm like,
Confidence and consent are Who's the sexiest?
Yeah.
Okay, confidence
Double
and
C
consent.
like Chanel, baby.
Double C like Chanel.
The beginner's guide is just a double C.
Yeah.
It is just
Confidence
a double C. Consent.
and consent.
And you'll know if the vibes are there.
Oh, yeah.
Trust your gut.
Yeah.
They were there, and
They
you
don't-
just...
I
Yeah.
shit all over them.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm
But
shit
I
on
think
them.
that's very you of you, is respecting your boundaries no matter what it costs your vagina.
Yep.
So it's okay. Are we surprised? No. Disappointed? Yes.
I'm disappointed. Honestly, I
You
am.
still have a chance, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we have
there.
a date.
When?
Oh, it's perfect.
Why do you need a guide? I'm just saying.
You
No.
got this all
No.
on your
What was your
But
plan
we've
originally
established-
before our
yeah.
amazing advice?
Yeah.
My plan originally was probably to send the text before.
So now I'm not going.
We
I know.
I'm like, we have only established you send a text to create that sexual tension if there hasn't already been some. Like with my experience, you yelled at me because I wanted to fuck this
did.
person, but we had never yet spoke of fucking.
True.
Not even in theory with other people. It wasn't like, ha ha ha, how do you like to take dick? You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't on the table.
Yeah.
So I had to get it on the table.
Okay.
You were laying on the table.
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah.
was laying on the table, and now I
Girl guide promise.
Girl guide
I promise to
Suck
always
some
be a
dick,
friend.
eat some pussy, and get my pussy eaten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Are you coming with toys? Because that's my that's
Yeah.
my
Oh my god, because
statement.
now the bar is up.
Yeah.
I'm coming with toys.
I mean, you could always use the massage gun. It's
Oh.
literally the same thing.
It's not that kind of massage. It's like, no.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We did a different attachment.
It's not like wandy power tool. It's like a drill power tool.
Okay,
like
I
a legit
love a
one.
jackhammer pussy. But I get your point.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's happening.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Whoa.
We'll keep you updated.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow, I'm so excited for you.
I know.
It's so
Threesomes.
crazy.
What a magical,
Threesomes.
what a magical thing.
What is your ideal threesome, G? Walk me through, just to like really send us home before we move on to anything else. But yeah, walk us through.
Okay, my ideal threesome. Okay, if we're talking about male versus female, if we want to go there.
Oh, that's another question. Like top to bottom.
Okay, honestly, just because it sounds like it would just be an empowering moment is all girls, right? Like all three. It's just
Honestly?
everyone's loving each other in the
Yeah.
right way,
Whoa.
right?
Like
You're not
human centipede, but you're eating each other out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like toys are being brought in.
Yeah.
So many things are happening.
Yeah.
But if I were to have a two girl, like it goes down, okay, girl, guy, girl.
Okay.
And I put that
Oh.
last
I'm the same.
only because I feel like it would be a lot for me to handle. Because as that girl, you're putting in work.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
both.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
But they all are also putting in work on
Yeah.
you. Exactly.
Because
So
90% of the time with guy, girl, the guys aren't even looking at each other. You know
no,
what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah, unless there's like a bisexual thing
we're gonna-
happening.
Which I would.
Which
yeah,
that's where
was
the
also
orgy
hot
part
as
of
fuck.
fantasy comes in.
Wow. Thank you for that peek into your brain.
Yes.
I didn't even think about girl. Like I'm like.
I agree. I would rather girl than girl guy. Just because I think I'm in that in most I think I'm just more attracted. Like I think I would just be like more turned on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And maybe it would just
Yeah.
be like easier. I don't know. But either way, it'd be hot.
I don't know why I'm looking at you.
Because I have things to say.
Okay, tell us the
Um,
things.
From my experience, I enjoy, compared to the threesomes that I have, it's all the same people every single time, and they're always great.
Yeah.
But I enjoy having sex with this woman solo more than I enjoy having the threesomes.
Yeah.
But I don't have sex with her solo as often. But I super enjoy this threesomes. It's like 10 out of 10 and 11 out of 10. You
Yeah.
know? Like, I just enjoy. But I
Yeah.
also get very spoiled in our threesomes, and I love that.
Yeah.
But my like hierarchy of threesomes is like 2 dicks and me is like top, and then I feel like it would be all pussies.
Yeah.
And
See,
then
I'm the same way.
and then yeah, and then
And then girl, guy, girl.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I want to experience guy, girl.
I just
want
to be fucking porked.
I
want to have a train run on me.
Roasted.
Yeah, like,
I understand it. I get it, right?
I want
it's just
2 dicks in the same hole.
Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
I really do.
DP sounds amazing.
I really
Yes.
do. I want every
Sounds
kind
amazing.
of DP.
Could
Yes.
my body handle it?
Well, but I want to get there. I don't want to be able to handle it. I want to have that great of a time.
Oh.
That's like 11-inch dick. Give it to me. Let's see
2
how
of them?
far I can go. 2 of them.
Yeah.
Literally 2 of them. I'm
sweating.
like as like down as I am for fucking puss, and like I'm definitely bisexual or what I don't need a label.
I'm
I like
bisexual
everything.
mom.
Yeah. I like everything.
Yes.
But just I'm a whore for dick. I really am.
That's fair.
Like I just want to be
is.
dominated to the max if there's dick involved.
Yes.
And nothing
same.
less.
Same.
You know? But I also want to peg someone. Anyways, enough about me. What are your guys' hierarchies?
You can go first.
Mine would be the same.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I guess
it's
you kind of just said it
complicated.
too.
It is complicated.
Like, yeah. Why did I never think of girl?
Yeah.
Why did that never even crossed my mind?
You can have as many dicks as you want in any of those scenarios because dildos are real.
It's true.
It's true.
So I think it's the dynamic. Who do you
Yes.
want to be in the triangle?
Because, okay, let me just unpack this.
Yeah.
If there was me and 2 other girls, would I be submissive? Would I be dominant? I don't know. Because I am naturally submissive.
Yeah.
But that's with a male partner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how that would change.
I wonder, this is just to pick your brain, I wonder because of the like jealousy that you did feel during your threesome when you were sober, I wonder if dominating a woman in that scenario would make you feel safer.
Maybe.
Because you're like, you only get to do what I tell you to do.
But you know what would be so
You
fucking
dirty
hot?
slut.
Me and another really, really submissive girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Donnie.
It's too much.
Sub.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
through that really quick.
Yes.
2 doms, fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, 2 doms?
Yeah. But I would
Yes.
Give it to me, baby.
Same. Holy shit.
I don't
But-
care the gender at that point.
Yeah,
no, no,
give a
right?
shit.
Just 2
That's-
dominant beings.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's my top. Dom, sub.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
would
be
be
the
fucked.
little slut.
I also want to dom people, but I wouldn't want 2 subs. So I would be a dom.
Yeah.
Like I would love to just like pleasure somebody to the max with like my dom and also still get fucked and all that in the meantime. But like I need to learn how to dom properly because I feel like it's very much so in me, but just years of practice it have led me to be a dirty little whore who takes it like a good girl, you know what I mean? Like whoa. Tell me that ain't the truth, you know?
Yeah.
It's
So,
true.
Wow.
Nice. Okay, well, we'll keep you updated on all
that,
of our...
that fucking flew off the handle.
Yeah, really did really
Yeah.
fast.
Seriously.
So, we'll have lots of updates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I want a threesome now.
Yeah. Oh,
All right, now we're all thinking about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time
Yeah.
Move on.
to move on to our comments, queefs, and concerns. And this one comes from a story that we kind of talked about already, but also just like what this brain took from the story.
Okay.
So again, if you have stories, if you have questions, fucking send them our way, please.
Send them.
Send them. I talk to people in real life and they're like, oh, this happened, tell me that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, can you email that to me? I need to retain it.
Yeah.
Please. It won't say your name. Whatever you need for your privacy, done. But this question comes from kind of you, but whatever, to you guys from my brain. Are you a real lesbian if you have nails?
Apparently not.
When I was gonna fuck a woman for the first time, I cut 2 of my nails because I was worried that I was gonna squelch them.
Oh, yeah. You go.
Okay, here's my opinion.
Okay.
When you first told me that, I was like, does this person not realize that you also have a vagina?
Yeah,
And
like
that you
what
can
the
also
fuck?
finger yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
My nails usually are this long or longer.
Yep.
And I can finger myself no fucking problem. I've had acrylics. I can finger myself no fucking problem.
And it feels fine?
And it feels fine.
There you go.
You might hit like an edge or two, but because, I mean, it's different. You know your own vagina, so you
Yeah.
can navigate it better.
Yeah. It's
I
called checking in
Exactly.
or using a toy.
Just ask if you have nails like that, or even longer or shorter, just ask your partner, does this feel okay? Are you comfortable with this?
And like now we're going on a rant because we're mad.
Yeah.
But I had my nails are like not long, but they're like long enough for me to be insecure about cutting a person, right? And I asked this person that I'm seeing, I was like, can you feel my nails? Because I am so scared that I'm cutting you. And she was like, oh my God, I had the same thought. And I was like, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
She was like, I can't feel it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, sick. So my nails, which they were longer, but like, you can't feel it. Maybe you can. I don't know. Like,
I feel like it depends on the person. I've
Yeah.
literally had my fingers in somebody's vagina and been like, oh my gosh, I didn't cut my nails. How does that feel? And they're like, fucking go for it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't personally, like, I go in there to check sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, if I have shit going on, I still I'm not like, oh my God, my nails. To go in my vagina. No, I still do it. Like, I can put a tampon up there, too. Like, you know.
You're like, you want to see something fucking cool?
You want to see some real speed?
It's like when people are like, how do you wipe your ass with those?
Exactly. It's the same situation, I feel like. But, yeah.
You just make it work.
You really
Exactly.
do.
You make it work.
Adapt or die.
Yeah.
Natural
And that's what we're
selection.
leaving you with today. Adapt
or die.
yeah.
Merch coming soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, guys, thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you for
following
this.
us on this journey. I
Yeah.
feel like this was very, very soul revealing. So catch you next week. When,
See ya on the flip side.
see you on the motherfucking flip side.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.